Okay, so we're back, and today we are diving into self-love.
Oh, okay.
It's something we all could probably use a little more of.
For sure.
And we've talked about LaStallion Journals before,
Yeah.
and their journal notebook for self-love.
Right.
They've got like a huge range, from those soft cover A5s.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the royal blue
Yeah.
and the cocoa brown,
Those are nice.
but they've also got the hardcovers too.
Right.
And I'm kind of partial to the optimist orange.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, the clarity blue is really calling to me, too.
I can see that.
And it's funny how some colors are always sold out.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, people are really finding something that speaks to them there.
I think it shows you how much people are looking for a way to actually make self-love a part of their lives.
Yeah, like something real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not just an idea.
Not just something you read in a, self-help book,
Right.
but something you can actually do.
Yeah, make it a habit.
Yeah, and I think that's what we're really digging into today. Like, how can a journal actually make a difference in how you feel about yourself?
That's the big question. Right.
Yeah, because, everyone's busy.
Oh, tell me about it.
Self-care, it's like this luxury, right?
Think of it that way.
So can a journal be that thing that helps us, actually fit self-love into our lives?
Yeah, like a manageable way to do it.
Exactly. And LaStallion uses that nice thick paper.
Oh, yeah, the 120 GSM.
It just makes you want to write.
It's so smooth.
So let's start there. Like, why is journaling good for self-love in the first place?
Well, I think you have to remember that self-love comes from understanding yourself
Okay.
and from being kind to yourself.
Like self-compassion.
Exactly.
Okay.
And a journal gives you this space where you can just be with yourself,
Mm-hmm.
no judgment.
You can just be honest.
Right. And when you write stuff down, it really does something.
What do you mean?
It's not just about remembering what happened.
Okay.
It's about dealing with your feelings.
Interesting.
And that can actually lower your stress
Yeah.
and help you be more present.
Like mindful.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
And if you do it regularly,
Yeah.
you start to get to know yourself better.
Like what you care about.
Your values.
Okay.
And that makes you more resilient.
So it's not just like a diary.
No.
It's more active.
Right. You're engaging with yourself.
I like that.
And LaStallion gets that.
Yeah.
They've designed their journals to help you grow.
They're not just blank pages.
Right.
So how does writing actually help us with our emotions?
Sometimes you get hit with an emotion
Yeah.
and it feels huge.
Like it takes over.
Totally. But if you write about it,
Mm-hmm.
you're putting it into words.
Okay.
And suddenly you can see it a little more clearly.
Interesting.
You might notice that certain things always make you feel a certain way.
I guess so.
Like maybe you feel insecure when you're around certain people.
Okay. Yeah.
LaStallion, they have these prompts in their journals.
I've seen those.
Questions like, what makes me feel truly seen? Or, what are 3 things I'm genuinely proud of?
They make you think.
They do, and that's the point.
Okay.
To help you really look at yourself.
And figure out what's going on.
Exactly.
And you start to see the patterns.
Yeah, the things that trigger you.
Makes sense.
Those prompts are like a starting point.
It's nice to have some guidance.
Right. And they also encourage things like gratitude lists.
Oh, yeah. Those are great.
And affirmations.
Right. It's like you're actually doing something.
It makes it real.
Not just a thought in your head.
Exactly.
And the paper they use,
Oh, yeah.
that premium wood-free ivory-colored paper,
It feels so good to write on.
it just adds to the whole experience.
It does. It tells you that this is important.
Like, you deserve this.
Yeah.
And wait, so let's talk about the actual journal features.
Okay.
They've got a built-in table of contents
Uh-huh.
and numbered pages.
Right.
It seems pretty practical, but how does that help with self-love?
Well, self-love isn't always easy.
Definitely not.
There are good days and bad days.
You go through phases.
You do. And the table of contents is like a map of your journey.
Okay.
You can keep track of things you've learned,
Mm-hmm.
or at times you felt really strong or really down.
So you can go back and see how far you've come.
Exactly. And the numbers on the pages help you see how your thoughts are changing.
It's like a timeline of your inner world.
Yeah, it makes it feel real.
Like you're making progress.
Mm-hmm.
They also have those wide lines.
Yeah, the 7.5 millimeter ones.
It just feels like you have space to write.
Plenty of room for your thoughts.
And some of the journals have that soft faux leather cover.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
It feels really good in your hands.
It's comforting.
It makes it feel special.
It's like a little ritual.
Taking care of yourself.
Exactly.
And they have 211 pages
Wow, that's a lot.
of that thick paper.
So you can use any pen you want
You could even sketch.
without it bleeding through.
Exactly.
They've thought of everything.
And then there are those dashed lines in some of them.
Oh, yeah, I like those.
How are those good for self-love journaling?
Well, They give you some structure if you want it.
But you don't have to follow them.
Exactly. They're like a suggestion.
Okay.
You can use them for mind maps
Oh, yeah, to connect your thoughts.
or to track your habits.
Like self-care habits.
Mhm.
You could even get creative and doodle.
It's your space.
I love that freedom.
It's about expressing yourself.
And they have that little ribbon bookmark.
It's so handy.
You never lose your place.
In the back pocket,
What do you use that for?
you can put anything in there.
Like what?
Inspiring quotes you find.
Okay.
Or little notes to yourself.
Like reminders.
Yeah, or even little things that make you happy.
I love that idea.
It's like a treasure chest.
For your self-love journey.
Exactly.
It really does feel like they've thought about everything.
They really have.
You know, thinking about how these journals can actually help people. I have this friend, let's call her Maya.
Go.
She was going through a rough time,
Oh,
really stressed and down on herself.
I've been there.
And she got a LaStallion journal.
Which one?
I think it was the juniper green one.
Oh, the soft cover?
Yeah, she said at first she didn't know what to write,
I can imagine.
but she started small.
Like what?
Just one thing she liked about herself each day.
It's a good start.
And she used the numbered pages to keep track.
Oh, smart.
And she said seeing those numbers go up really helped her.
It's motivating.
And she started using the dashed lines to draw things.
Like what?
Little reminders of her good qualities.
That's a great idea.
She said the journal became this safe space.
Where she could be herself.
And work on feeling better.
I love that.
It shows how those little features can really make a difference.
They add up.
They make it feel doable.
Yeah.
So what are some tips for people who want to use a self-love journal?
Okay, well, first of all, make it a habit.
Like every day.
Even if it's just for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Write down some affirmations.
Those are those positive statements.
Right, like, I am strong or I am worthy.
You can write them on those smooth pages.
They make it so enjoyable.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to use the prompts.
They're there to help you.
And those LaStallion pages can handle a lot of writing.
Oh, yeah. They're tough.
And gratitude lists are always good.
You can even get creative with the dashed lines.
Oh, fun.
And don't forget to celebrate your progress.
Like look back and see how far you've come.
You can use the table of contents to find those important moments.
Those are really helpful tips.
I hope so.
But what about when things are hard?
Yeah, life isn't always easy.
And that inner critic can be so loud.
Oh, tell me about it.
So how can journaling help with that?
When you're stressed or feeling down, writing things down can really help.
Like how?
It helps you get out of your head.
Okay.
And the structure of the journal can be really good.
Like the table of contents.
Yeah, you can use it to plan out your reflections.
For the week or the month.
Exactly. It helps you see the bigger picture.
Like you're not just stuck in the moment.
Right.
And even just holding the journal.
Yeah, that soft cover.
It can be comforting.
It's like a reminder to be kind to yourself.
So the journal can help you deal with negative thoughts.
It can.
How do you actually do that?
First, you have to acknowledge them.
Like write them down.
Yeah, don't be afraid to put them on the page.
And then what?
Then you can see how often they come up.
You can use the numbered pages to track them.
Exactly. You might notice some patterns.
Interesting.
And once you know what you're dealing with,
Yeah.
you can start to challenge those thoughts.
Like argue with them.
In a way.
Okay.
Write down why they might not be true.
Or how you can see things differently.
It's like you're rewriting the story.
And it's all right there in your
I know,
journal.
those strong pages.
They can take it.
They can.
And LaStallion talks about how nice their paper is.
It's that ivory color.
How can we use that for self-love?
Well, it's not just for writing.
Oh, right.
You can use your journal to be creative.
Like
You can draw
Mhm.
or paint.
right on those pages.
Yeah, they're perfect for it.
Wow.
You can make vision boards.
Oh, yeah. With pictures and words,
Or
maps.
mind maps.
With the dashed lines.
It's all about expressing yourself.
And that's part of self-love.
It is.
You know, my sister, she's really into art.
Oh,
But
well,
she always felt like it wasn't serious enough.
like it wasn't productive.
Yeah, but then she got a LaStallion journal.
Which one?
The rosé pink one.
That's a pretty color.
And she started just doodling in it.
Whatever came to mind.
Yeah, and she said it really helped her.
Oh, so.
It was like a way to relax
To de-stress.
and to just be herself.
Without judgment.
Yeah, it was her space.
That's awesome.
It shows how being creative can be really good for you.
It's a form of self-care.
So getting a LaStallion journal is like investing in yourself.
It is.
It's a way to take care of your mental health
And build your self-confidence.
and deal with all the tough stuff.
It gives you the tools you need.
So think about this.
Okay.
What if you spent just a few minutes each day writing your journal?
Yeah.
How would that change how you feel about yourself?
Good worth thinking about.
What stories would you tell?